Welcome welcome back. Today we're going to sketch Sheila. She belongs to a good friend of mine who took this picture. So let's start with the size, as always. It looks like she could fit in a square. So let's place the square. Next, I'm going to draw a triangle. So it looks like the head from the beak to the top of the comb. To the earlobe would fit inside a triangle. We're just going to draw the head and the back of the neck and the neck. Next, I'm going to cut the face in half, and I'll show you why in a minute. And here, before I do more, I'm going to cut this end of the triangle, because this would be the neck and this would be the earlobe. Next, I'm going to cut in 3 parts the face. So this is going to be for the comb, and from the beak this will go to the eye, and then you have this part here that includes the earlobe, the mouth, the cheek, and the jaw. Also, the red part here is called the wattle, so it's halfway between the beak and the earlobe. So place it right there. So you end up with different shapes, and now we're just going to connect the dots. So what do I see? I'm going to start with the beak, and if I draw a curve, it would take me to the earlobe. I'm not going to draw all across, but that's how I'm going to find the shape of the beak. Right. I'm going to stop right there, because now look, the corner of the mouth lines up with the corner of the eye, and it goes straight to the top of the comb. So that's why all these lines are going to help me sketching the different shapes. And here, that's the top of the beak. I can also connect the beak to the corner of the mouth, like so. The nostril is like a smile. And then I'm going to draw the base of the comb that goes from the nostril to the top of the head. And look, this side actually also lines up with the wattle. So it's curvy, it's curvy. It's going to stop about there because the base lines up with the eye and the corner of the mouth. Now I can finish the bottom part. I just follow my sketch lines. I know that the wattle starts there. So my square didn't include the wattle, but I knew it would be below the square. So that's what I'm doing now. I didn't include the wattle because the base here, all across from the beak to the lobe, made more sense instead of drawing a line like that. So now, I look at the distances. I know they're right, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just going to draw the jaw that goes to the top of the ear, and the top of the ear is actually higher than the nose. If I trace an horizontal line, that's how I find the top of the earlobe. Again, this is just a sketch. We're not doing something complicated, but you can see that placing different lines help me finding the distances, and it will give me the right proportions eventually. Next, VI. You can say that now, because I trace this vertical line and the horizontal line, that's how I find VI. That is also halfway between the base of the comb and the jaw. I find the width by looking at the base of the earlobe. If I trace a vertical line, that's how I find the width of the eye. Before I do more, I'm going to erase the lines I don't need anymore. If it bothers you, erase them. If not, that's fine. I hope this makes sense. This part is about right. Now I can place the comb. The comb didn't include the points, right? So since my distances are right, I just need to draw the comb inside my triangle. I'm going to draw the top that is more curvy before I place the points. So the first point lines up with this side, maybe a little bit more in. And then it kind of lines up with the top of the head. That is right there. Now it's placed. I'm going to draw this point. It's as high as the triangle. And I know that I'm going to try to place 5 points, inside this space. So I will just eyeball. They are about the same size, just different height. It's about right, so I can erase the base here. Erase more. I can erase my square now. And then I will refine some lines. And as I refine, I can see that the beak is actually shorter. I will just refine what is really striking. It's a sketch, so I'm not going to adjust everything. That will be the neck now. If you have a wattle. I will make this better. More pointy. It's actually more skinny. So I'm just refining here and there to adjust the proportions. A few feathers. This side is good. And I need to adjust this. This is too thick, too wide. To make this better, I place the feathers around the eye. And I realize that this part here is actually too wide. Even if I add the wrinkles around the eye, it will still be too wide. So let's draw the wrinkles first and you will see better what I mean. These are the wrinkles of the eyelid. And then look at this part here. So it's slightly too big. I'm going to make this smaller. That's for the feathers, and then I will draw the earlobe less wide. The shape is right, it was just too wide. I start from the top. And then the bottom, and I connect the two parts. So the distance here, it's much better. I will finish the beak around the mouth line. And lastly, I will darken the pupil. To make the face stand out more, I'm going to darken the feathers. I'm not sketching any details, I just darken the feathers around the face. Not to mention it will look more like Sheila, who is brownish. So you can download this photo on my Patreon page and practice. You should be fine as long as you place the different parts in those shapes. A square to start with, the triangle for the beak, the comb, and the middle of the face. And if you pay attention to the distances, you should have everything in proportion. Not perfect. Keep it simple because it's just a sketch. I think I'm done. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on my videos. And I'll see you next time.